Okay, October Tag Challenge, day 5. Or sorry, 4. Yeah, day 5's tomorrow. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. 31. Imagine you could choose when and how you die. At what age would you like to die? There's no maximum, and how would you like to go? I think I'd like to die at 500 years old, maybe, and of natural causes, just because I was too old. You know the old Jethro Tull saying, too old to rock and roll, too young to die. 32. What character archetype is closest to your personality? Gee. Archetype, like characters. What character would most likely match me? This isn't really a character per se, but his traits as a person kind of match me a little bit. I'm sure you all know who Jack Lemmon is. He was a famous Hollywood actor, but he was called an everyman because in most of his roles he played a typical everyman. Like, in one role he played an insurance agent, another role he played an elder retiree, another role he played a dad. Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty much one of those guys, I guess. So that's all I can think of. I don't know many archetypes or whatever that is. Man, these are interesting questions you got in these tags. 33. What was the happiest moment of your life so far? I'd say the happiest moment of my life was when my nephew Riker was born. If I had to have a close second, it would be having a brother. I mean, how many people, well, not everybody can say this, I shouldn't say how many people, but a lot of people don't have siblings, they were single children. But I've always loved my brother, and it's like we're two peas in a pod, if you know what I mean. In a far out pod, as he calls it. What is one childhood memory you remember especially well? The first time I opened my Christmas present in 1985. My parents both helped, my dad and stepmom and my mom and dad, or stepdad at the time I should say. They pooled their resources together and bought me and my brother a Nintendo Entertainment System for Christmas. Yeah. I have always loved that. Never forgotten about it. We spent hours playing Super Mario 3. And then there was also my grandmother's famous Thanksgiving dinners at her house on Manhattan Court. Yeah. I'll miss those. 35. Is there a song, movie, or food, etc. that strongly reminds you of someone whenever you experience it, and who does it remind you of? Well, there's a song by Christopher Cross called Sailing, and it reminds me of a childhood friend I had named Laura Lee Mazoka. She was one of the first people I made friends with in school. I actually saw her this summer. We went to a lavender farm together. That was the first time in many years I've seen her. Anyway, that song reminds me of her, sorta. Yeah, that and Come Sail Away by Styx remind me of her too. 36. What is your ideal birthday? Not the date, but rather your ideal way to spend the day. Well, I'll just relax most of the day, not do a damn thing, and then go out for supper with my family. Yep, that's my ideal way to spend a birthday. It's 37. Are there any smells that bring back memories for you? What are they, and what memories do they elicit? Well, whenever I smell freshly baked bread coming from the local bakery, it reminds me of my grandmother. She passed away earlier this year, and she used to bake like you wouldn't believe. Even when I'm at Tim Hortons and I smell stuff baking, it reminds me of her. 38. What is the closest you've ever come to dying? when I was in an auto accident when I was a kid. I was crossing the street and to go home, and some guy almost hit me. He didn't even stay on the scene. Don't even know what happened to him though. 39. Do you have a personal mantra? If so, what is it? Live every day like it is your last. 40th and final for day 4. What is the most memorable meal you've ever had? It can be good or bad, and what made it so memorable? My mother's homemade casserole. Ground beef, tomatoes, macaroni noodles, cheese, 3 blends of cheese, all mixed together and cooked to perfection. Served with garlic bread. It makes my mouth water just thinking about it. Yeah. So, there's day number 4 for this October tag challenge. And like I said in the first video, I'll add it to a playlist so they're easily accessible. I'll also post all the questions I've answered thus far. 5 through 11 will be added tomorrow. So, later on, so I'm going to relax.